He knows how far this character has come, how much of an icon he is.
That's it.
And to kill him off, it's just a cop out because we got all these action movies where the hero has to die, and every time a franchise comes along, they have to kill him off. You know, why not just let him go on as long as it can?
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was saying.
That's because that's becoming all this stuff about this crap about those movies back then being called too cliche. You know what? Killing the hero off just because you got in the franchise like that, that's becoming cliche now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
And plus, this is fucking Rambo. You know, like...
Exactly.
You don't... I don't know. Rambo, okay, from my perspective, has always gone the right way. You know what I mean? Even when times are tough, they still went the right way. Which is something I'll be bringing up in Season 3, the ghost direction of Rambo 3. But still, like, Rambo... I don't give a fuck about what anybody says about Rambo 3, because, you know what? Rambo 3 is a great movie.
I agree.
It's a great movie. Yeah, I love that fucking movie. And for myself, growing up in the era of anticipation for Rambo 3, to the point where I was like, I saw all the posters and I saw like the TV trailer. That, for me, that was the last new Rambo 3. That was the last new Rambo movie for me. Like, originally coming up. Because I saw First Blood and it was already out. And it was out in the predecessor of Rambo 2, which is the Rambo phenomenon itself, you know, which is what we're trying to cover now. And Rambo 3 was like my first real, like, I knew what was going on, I knew the character, I knew the movies, and I couldn't wait for the sequel, and I would see it everywhere. Magazines, TV, everything. Video stores has that big fucking poster of, like, Sly with his fucking arms on his side and all this shit behind him.
Yeah.
And even in Twins. I watched fucking Twins. Yeah, and Arnold was like, haha. I know, it's just like, Rambo 3 was the shit, you know what I mean? And then, like, I didn't care about, like, the whole, whatever politically was going on. I wanted to see Rambo 3, you know what I mean? So
back then people didn't care, but now it's being too politically incorrect. People need to relax and take a break from all that, because that's the problem why Hollywood and the world is so fucking, because people keep going by that same assembly line like fucking zombies, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Part of me, what I'm about to say might be taken as blasphemous. But part of me, now knowing everything, now knowing over the last, like, almost year, going over everything myself and trying to decipher everything, and really, like a loser, but, like, trying to decipher everything, you know, like, going through everything, you know, for myself, and, like, First Blood Part 2, when I look at it now, is a great movie. Probably one of my, like, right up there with my all-time favorite sequels of all time, with Rocky 2 and Terminator 2, you know, and now that I know everything, not everything, I won't say I know everything, now that I know what I know, it's like, wow, that movie could have been, they didn't jump on that, you know what I mean? Like, there was so many loose ends. That movie could have been the sequel of all time, you know? But they didn't jump on it. And I'm kind of reminded of that now. And I'm not going to say anything bad about the studios or Sly or anything like that. But I'm going to compare it to now, how everyone moves faster. You know, they don't want to add all those other elements that could have made a great movie into the movies that they're making now. You know, like, the movies, I go see a movie now, and I know what's going to happen. I know that, okay, they're going to take one full movie to build up the character. They're going to take one full movie for the middle, and they're going to take one full movie for the end. Back in the day, we did that in 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it was, like, straightforward. You knew what you were going to get. Like Cobra, you know? Perfect example. And now if you were going to do a Cobra movie, it kind of feels to me like the studios would do, like, three movies to cover everything we covered in the first movie. You know what I mean? Like, it just, the studios are really saturating everything. You know what I mean? It's just like they're really, I don't know. It's just, it's just not working. It's not working out. I don't know. Yeah. So it's my brother's birthday today, so I want to say hi to my brother Abs. How's it going?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. And we're also covering First Blood Part 2. Before I get into trouble for speaking my mind of all the things I hate about the fucking studios. I really fucking hate them.
Speak your mind is good for you. Fuck them.
I have so many theories, it's insane. And it's like, it took me so long to get into the Rambo 5 idea. Like, really, like, they announced it, and I just thought it was like they were announcing it like last time, like when they announced Savage Hunt, and then it went cold for a year. You know what I mean? Like, it really felt like that.
You know, it should get Savage Hunt back and running. I know people said the story sounds stupid, but fuck them. It was the age. It was time for stuff to get. You know what? They deserve we deserve more. It is a perfect time for overtime action movies to come out. So fuck those people. He should get Savage Hunt back around again. Fuck them.
Let me tell you this, Savage Hunt, okay, I would pay my $10, $15, $20 alone to see this movie, even if it wasn't in 3D, to see the first 5 minutes of Savage Hunt. I can honestly say that. Not even, okay, the first 15 minutes of Savage Hunt, you give me that opening of Savage Hunt, I will pay the money to go see Savage Hunt. Because that embodies, even though it has nothing to do with Rambo, even though it was 72, 82, 82, 92. It was 19 years, 19, 20, 18, whatever the case is. It was that far ahead of Rambo, and you know what? It was fucking Rambo. And I think that when Stallone read that book, I think that he was like, fuck it, this is Rambo 5. Honestly, I swear to God, when Stallone read that book after, I don't know if he read it before Rambo 4 or whatever the case, because there was so many different incarnations of Rambo 4 that we will be going into, but I'm pretty sure when he read that first not even chapter, like what becomes before the chapter of Hunter, even though it had really bad spelling mistakes and grammar mistakes, I'm pretty sure when he read that, he said, this is fucking Rambo 5. Because it is fucking Rambo 5. Like, if Rambo came back to America and assimilated, and say if you gave him the time frame from 2008 till now, let's just say, right? Which is like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 7 years, say. Rambo could theoretically, in theory, accomplish what he accomplishes by the beginning of the Savage Hunt, even though it's a different character. But theoretically, in spirit, he could accomplish. You know, this is a man who took down the Viet Cong the fucking Russians, and then went back and took down the Russians again, and ended the Cold War, some might argue. So you would say, you know, for sure he could accomplish what he had accomplished by that time, even with his pet. He has his pet wolf, right? This wolf, which is like fucking huge. Huge black fucking wolf. You would think it's a fucking Sasquatch. It's that fucking big. He's like, you know, he trains on mutual respect, and we know that, you know, wolves can grow to that size within a 10-year time frame or a 5-year time frame. So right now, like right away, I had no problem getting into that book, and especially like the last Rambo, they called Rambo the Boatman. And in this book, even though the guy's name is Nathaniel Hunter, pun on the Hunter, you could still see that paradox where they're like, okay, you know, Hunter, Rambo, Hunter, without calling Rambo Rambo, which in like Rambo 2008, they didn't call him Rambo, they call him the Boatman. One guy calls him Rambo in that whole movie. One time, for like less than a minute. And yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Just like how they say like Rambo the Kid from First Blood, David Morrell, First Blood, Rambo the Kid. And even Brian Dennehy, Rambo the Kid. And then, you know, Rambo Mania from Rambo First Blood Part 2, I don't care what anybody says, that movie has its own fucking case in genreism, because 85, 86, 87, and 88 was all about Rambo.
Absolutely.
You know?
Another thing I want to add to this, that if it wasn't for Rambo, we wouldn't have died, because every time someone brings up the most quintessential inspiring action movie, they always bring up Die Hard. I love Die Hard, don't get me wrong, but every time, Die Hard this, Die Hard that. What about Rambo?
Exactly. Rambo was the pioneer. I believe he is the pioneer, you know, of like the one-that-man army